AEW 15, WWE 7. We've scored these shows head to head every single week this year, and it has officially stopped being close. Today, this week's point, and the real question: does WWE have any road back? Plus, most decorated player in history of our game won the Royale, and his prize is having to cut a promo saying nice things about me. That's real. I'm Ian Fox. This is Pick the Push. I'm joined as always by my best friends Joe, Brett, and Jared. The only podcast you can win fantasy football for WWE and AEW. Predict the pay-per-views, score the highest, become the number one contender to a real championship. Let's get into it.
Pick the push. Call it sharp, call it clean. The push. No half steps, no in between. The push. No luck, no hush. Only legends survive.
No. Yep.
Every week, Monday Night Raw and AEW go head-to-head, and every week we pick a winner. Best show takes the point. We've kept score all year. The score is AEW 15, WWE 7. That's not a rivalry. That's a squash match. So this week, we're doing two things. Handling out this week's point and asking the bigger question, is this thing actually over, or does WWE have a comeback run in them at all?
I'd say it's still early. We're not even halfway.
No, it's June.
I'm saying like actual halfway mark, like for when we started keeping score.
Starts keeping score the first week of January.
Then we're almost halfway through.
But there's 6 months. Oh, so the 6 months would have to be done. Yeah, I register what you're saying now. Yep.
It's one of those. It's not. We're not at the halfway part yet. We still have 2-ish weeks because we're at like 22. So 24 is the halfway mark. 25 is the halfway mark.
And we're still at basically 2-1, right?
15 to 7.
Yeah, even worse in AEW's favor. But yeah, I guess WWE could start gaining some ground. They'd still have a ways to go before the halfway point. That being said, though, if you want me to go first this week, I am gonna vote for Raw because I enjoyed AEW. By far, the best thing was the main event, even though, of course, I always like seeing MJF in the promo and the Briscoe thing. I actually am enjoying. And then the Jericho promo with Ciampa was also really good.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Maybe it was just the style in which I watched Raw that made me digest it better instead of having to sit through the whole thing. I don't know if that's the case, but I can't complain when it's Penta versus Rey Mysterio and the main event with the Fatal 4-Way, Seth, Javon, Ricky Saints, and Thomas something. That wasn't a bad main event, and it was actually a main event too. I'm not saying anything negative about this AEW as far as like a full put together show.
It didn't end with a promo.
Did not end with a promo.
And Talatonga was in the main event.
Is that what it was? Is that the Tama?
Talatonga, the goat.
Right.
So you're voting for Raw. I'm actually gonna. I basically wanted to quote exactly all the same things that you just said. I'm gonna do Raw. I have to say my favorite part of wrestling this week was watching Tommaso Ciampa just absolutely, what's the word now? Crash out. It made me laugh so hard, making him whine. I thought that AEW was absolutely going to win, but I felt like it slowed down so much, and it's making me think that AEW is suffering from a lot of injuries right now. The fact that Toni Storm is gone is huge for the women's side of things. She's always been a highlight for me. And going up against what I thought was a really, really fun Obafemi promo, and like you said, Rey Mysterio and Penta and Javon Evans just absolutely killing it. I just love watching that, man. Compared to AEW, where it just seemed like there were too many missing actors. Kyle Fletcher being missing is still a huge problem. So I pick Raw too. I just, mind you, I did have to hate watch a lot of Raw this week, but I feel like at least that emotional reaction is getting me something, whereas AEW seemed a little bit slow.
So my favorite segment this week was Little Sicko and Nino Extremo, and everyone needs to go and watch that match
Agreed.
because it was fantastic. And or Little Sicko's Mexican Destroyer off of the top of scaffolding through 4 layers of shit. Anyone who can stomach any type of deathmatch wrestling should go watch Nino Extremo versus Lil Sicko
Agreed.
from GCW Tournament Survival. That being said, AEW was in fact actually pretty slow. I wasn't a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of Shane Taylor. I think that's a problem. Is I just don't care. So even with John Moxley trying to give him the rub, I just didn't care. Briscoe Pac was match of AEW. Don't care too much about most of the other stuff, but I do agree. Tommaso Ciampa Jericho best promo of the week for sure. And then I hate to say it, but I think we're gonna have a clean sweep for Raw because there was just so much on Raw this week that is just worth talking about and enjoyable. Like the Oba promo at the beginning, even though it was pretty short, him and Dom had a great interaction. I thought that was fantastic.
100%.
The Queen of the Ring match with Liv winning was also pretty wild, and I felt like came out of left field. I enjoyed it. The Sol Ruka Lyra, Sol Ruka hit her finisher without fucking up. Awesome.
And it looked great. It was flawless. Lyra absolutely went into it perfectly, unlike everybody else.
LA Knight made a John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith joke. I thought that was absolutely fantastic and needs to be mentioned. And then obviously you guys, I do agree with the, Rey Mysterio Penta, and then the fact that the main event wasn't a fucking promo is a huge, huge swing for me. And the fact that Seth Rollins didn't win also makes me pretty happy.
And we didn't even talk about the Chad Gable thing. I didn't think I would enjoy
Chad
him
Gable
in
saving the
anything.
day?
Never mind like a face turn like him. What he's going through right now too. That actually added to my enjoyment to Raw as well.
I was just going to say, and then to put the cherry on the top is Chad Gable. Chad Gable coming out to save the day. Chad Gable returning to WWE, specifically the character Chad Gable. And they're not doing anything dumb and making him be like Shorty G or like try and like, I don't know, create a new character or something. He gets to be Chad Gable with his Alpha Academy music and everything.
Yep.
Although it still does need to be said, WWE had an ad break into an ad promo right back into an ad break, and that is the scummiest scum that you could ever scum. They need to quit
It's
doing that.
almost like having a bunch of sponsors and getting a bunch of money, but still asking all the talent for a 50% pay cut. Interesting.
It's super, super interesting.
Oh yeah, I have my vote.
Yeah.
There's one promotion that's good, really good, and one promotion I didn't watch because Jey Uso is going to win the King of the Ring, and that's going to be really, really ignorant. My vote for the 23rd week in a row, AEW.
Ah,
No way! No way!
crazy.
I'm actually shocked.
Every Royale comes with a promo punishment, and it usually bounces between Joe, Brett, and I. But this time, I chose Jared to do a promo for us because, Joey just took my chances away, and Jared is the number one contender and has the ability to, restore some of my honor. So that's why I'm asking him to cut a babyface promo for us, defending my honor against Joey, our pick the push champion.
Alright, Ian. You lost. You lost. It happened. You're used to that. Like, not in a bad way. You're used to losing in a good way. You're just a loser. Your sports teams ain't. Go Patriots. That's the one thing I like about you. But, like, how are you going to make all this pick to push stuff and never win? Like, you never going to win the championship. If you think I'm going to come onto your little show and cut a babyface promo and hype you up, you obviously don't know who the fuck I am. My name is Jared Holmes. Literally the reason that Pick the Push is important. I was your first world champion. I was your first ever two-time champion. And I'm about to be the first ever three-time champion, which all under the age of 30, by the way, all three of them. I know you're way above 30 years old and you're fucking unk at this point. But at the end of the day, you should thank me. And I won. Why the fuck am I here having to cut the promo? Like, what type of punishment is this? You force me to work injured all the time. I have a knee injury. Oh, who cares? Jared, go out there and compete. And it's ridiculous. And I send you all this lawyer information and I never hear back. Why is that? That's what I want to know. You need to tell me these kinds of things. So, Ian, There's no honor to defend when you have no honor. You're a class loser. You're normally third between these guys here too. Apparently, I don't watch the product. Apparently, even though I've been here since day one, I've been here at every podcast since day one, just fine. So Ian, like I said, nothing to hype you up about. There's no honor to defend whenever you're a loser. But me, I'm a winner, and you are welcome for my present.
All right, I get it. It's tough love. I appreciate it. And there's nothing to restore because I never lost my honor, is what you mean, right?
You can tell yourself that if it makes you sleep better at night.
That I will. Help me wake up in the morning too. That's going to do it for this week's episode of Pick the Push. The road to Jared versus Joey has already started. Title on the line at the next Royale. And look, if you're all the way here, you're one of us already. So be where the game actually lives in the Discord and where results drop first, where the leaderboard gets argued about, and where you'll enter the Royale the second picks open. Links in the bio, in the description. Claim your spot before Jared and Joey collide. We're back Friday. Pick the Push, the only podcast you can win. Peace.
Holler, pick the push. Call it sharp, call it clean. Pick the push. No half steps, no in between. Pick the push. No luck, no hush. Only legends survive when you pick the push. Boards light, hearts race, crowd reacts. Every pick swings, no room for slacks. Bluff fails quick, mistakes break fast. Every choice lands, nothing's left to chance. Climb the ranks, feel the surge, hit it hard, no room to purge. Eyes locked, focus tight, every swing counts in the fight. Predicted the twist, caught us all flat. No way you had that. Pick it right, own the night. Pick it wrong, still stand your fight. Every call cracks, every swing crushed. Step in the ring, pick the push. I will pick the push. Call the plays on the night. Push. Make it land, hold it tight. Push. No slack, no hush. Only legends survive when you pick the push. When you pick the push. When you pick the push. When you pick the push.
All right. Last chance. Funny noises, anything?
Also, I just found out that Neil Diamond Cutter is going to be retiring, and his last match with NHB is July 11th. That makes me very sad.
Neat. Bye, Craig.
Bye, Craig.
Fuck you, Craig.
Jesus.